What is up, everyone? Happy Monday. Welcome back to the stream. Melon, what's up? Why are you about to go insane? Cycle. Cycle, are you writing copy pastas of Mr. Beast? What is going on? Melon, you forgot to write. Are you the one that writes day 1,000 million bajillion and one of waiting for Maze to start? You're cosplaying as Mr. Beast? Can you cosplay as Mr. Beast? That's Catman. Where is Catman? Duck? Did he change his name? Where is he at? How is everyone's Monday? And are you guys ready for the new game? Guys, I have to tell you something. I got banned from YouTube. Can you believe it? Even though I'm here. So I didn't actually get banned, but I got a channel strike, okay? And basically you have one warning and then 3 strikes. I got one warning. And if you get the first strike, you can't post, go live, or do anything for a week. If you get a second strike, you can't do after the warning. You can't do it for 2 weeks. And then by the third strike after the warning, so really 4 strikes, then your channel gets terminated. So I got the first one. This was a long time ago. This is around when I did the Abandoned Labs with Wobbly Life. And I was playing Valorant. And basically one of the people in my voice chat as I was playing Valorant showed disdain for a particular choice of attraction, I would say. And for that, I got flagged for hate speech for something I didn't even say. And I tried to appeal it. I tried to tell them this, like, hey, I didn't say this. And I was too focused on the game to notice. And then now it's in the VOD and I couldn't take it down in time. And now I got a channel strike, or a warning at least. So there's that. Yeah, it sucks. I wrote to them so I tried appealing it. The appeal immediately got rejected for hate speech. And it didn't come from me. It came from someone that I was just some random person on the internet in voice chat, and I essentially got a channel strike for it. So big sad. I am in the works on Twitter with the YouTube team talking about what to do, how to move forward, because there is no way that, because like, what was I supposed to do? Like, someone said something like hate speech or something on my stream, and from that point on, there's nothing else I can do. Like, my channel is just at the mercy of these bad actors. So I'm not actually banned, Nate the Coconut. I got a channel strike for hate speech from someone in my Valorant voice chat. Said basically derogatory hate speech. While I was streaming, playing Valorant, is some random dude in the voice chat saying their disdain for people who choose a certain choice of attraction. Anyways, that got flagged, and I sent an appeal. I was like, I didn't say this. I couldn't control what these people are saying. I don't know what I was supposed to do. Like, someone who I don't know said something that I didn't know they would say, and now I get a channel strike for it. I don't know what was I supposed to do? You know, give me some options. And then, like, if I don't fulfill those options, then yeah, like, you can strike my channel. But I think it's unfair to strike my channel. Take down the video, of course. I don't mind, or it's the VOD from the live stream. But, like, I don't mind any of that. But if you're gonna give me a channel strike, I don't think that's entirely fair. So, Melon, you're gonna misspell stuff for the whole stream. Cycle, you gotta do another face reveal, updated face reveal. You can't go back for a week. Why'd you change it to the Coconut? Skill issue. Oh, Wobbly, what's up? Yeah, I didn't get striked for GTA. That's like, and it's crazy because GTA was like my choice. Well, okay, let me say this. This is around like, this might be around July. So maybe I will get strike for GTA. Maybe I should take it down. it took them a while. It took them a while to strike it. So maybe I should take the GTA VOD down and just go from there. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, okay, look, the GTA one, if I get my channel striked, I get it. Like, that was my choice to go and play in that area of the game. And that, like, I understand if they want to strike my channel for that, because I made the choice to go into that zone and play, and you can even see it in the VOD, and I'm happy to take it down. But when I'm playing Valorant and some random stranger on the internet says something, like, I can't control what they say. And yeah, like, I can mute stream, or I can mute the voice chat to stream. I can mute the voice chat entirely, but that's not how the game was intended to be played. And you guys, the viewers, aren't getting the same experience as what I'm getting if I choose to hide voice chat from stream. So it's like, basically, like, I'm empowering these bad actors if I like, basically change all my operations, or like the way I stream, based on how they might act, right? Like, in the game, yeah, you might get some advantage calming with people, and like, that's besides the point, because like, it's not like, I would much rather avoid hate speech, but at the same time, like, I want to play the game to its fullest potential. And if YouTube makes me succumb to these bad actors, then like, I don't know what to do. Like, give me some options. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like a whole thing. So basically, I'm on Twitter right now. I made a thread and I was like, Team YouTube, like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Like, I don't think I deserved a channel strike for this. Maybe for GTA, I do deserve a channel strike, but not for something I didn't say. I had no control over what that person was saying. I'm trying to play the game to the fullest. I didn't know. I was focused on the game, and I couldn't just delete the VOD afterwards. Had I known, I would have, you know? So it's a little ridiculous. Nate, you were going to change your name to just Coconut? Hard to go back to misspelling stuff, Melon. So, look, here's the thing. If I don't use voice chat on games like COD, Valorant, or Halo, like, one, other people do, and that's a very childish argument, but like, how do other channels get away with it? And then two, like, let me look at my tweet. I forgot exactly what I said, but basically, like, if you're going to allow the few bad actors to dictate the way you stream or the way you run your operations, it not only enables and empowers those those bad actors, but it also, like, it damages the integrity of how the game is supposed to be played, right? Like, the developers wanted you to voice chat with your team so you have an advantage, and now you're not doing that. Or if you do and you mute your stream or you mute the voice chat from your stream, your viewers aren't getting the same experience as you. And there's so many like arguments as to why, like, there is upside, and yeah, it might not be worth like the hate speech or the things that you can't control, but we shouldn't let the bad actors dictate the way we stream. Like, that just gives them more power. Like, basically, if I'm like streaming and I'm playing Valorant, like, if someone just goes on there and just says like whatever random crazy stuff, like, that's out of my control. And then like, it's up to YouTube to regulate that properly. Like, yeah, like, it is my responsibility for what I say. And then there are some cases where, like, in this case, like, I had no control over what this guy would say, but like, I shouldn't change my entire stream and the way I stream based off what one guy in the past. Well, I've played this game for like almost a year, and in this whole year, I've had one guy say that, and now I have to change my entire way I stream. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. So it's kind of like gray waters, and if I do that, then I have to change the way I do everything, and I can't have chat on here. I can't chat with you guys. I can't talk about, like, it just closes me up into a shell that, like, is not, like, basically, like, for one day out of the year, we had one bad actor, and every other day was a fine stream, right? And now I have to change the entire year based off one instance. I don't think that's right. So yeah, I mean, so there are some people that have no filter, and like, yeah, I don't mind muting people. I don't mind muting like chat or like a voice chat or anything like that if I see fit. But at the same time, I think YouTube has to be fair in the way they regulate like hate speech and all that. Like, I agree. Like, I'm not condoning hate speech, and I'm not saying like gameplay is more important than hate speech. But at the same time, like, I shouldn't have to change the way I do everything because someone said something I like couldn't control, you know? And if I knew, I would have happily taken down the VOD, you know? So it's just kind of ridiculous. I don't get what they, yeah, no, like, Nate, I'll show you the clip in the Discord, but like, I'm not going to say it's not bad. Like, the person said something, it was bad. It was worth being taken down. I don't think I should receive the punishment for it though, because it happened like under my stream. But I don't like, I was focused on the game, and it was an honest mistake. I didn't see it happen, and I don't know how to address it. That's the thing. Like, yeah, I put in an appeal. I told them what was going on, and I still have to face the consequences. Like, what if this happens 3 more times? You know, do I just have to succumb to the way that, like, do I have to change the whole operations because one bad actor in the entire year like said something? Like, I don't know if that's really fair to me. So anyways, what's up, Cycle? Shock, what's up? Masterpiece, basically talking about how I got a channel strike on my YouTube channel because someone in a voice chat in Valorant said something, some derogatory hate speech that I had no control over, and I don't agree with. And had I known, I was so focused on the game, I just didn't know. I didn't delete the VOD because I didn't know, and YouTube struck my channel, gave me a warning because of what happened on the VOD. You know, it's down now because they took it down, and like, I think it should be taken down, but I don't think I should be punished for it. Because I don't like, what options could I have done? If I could like, if it flagged it and said, hey, like, we noticed that so-and-so, like, your video or your VOD has some hate speech in there, like, please remove it. If you don't do this within this time frame, then let's, like, we'll strike your channel. I would have happily taken it down, right? Had I known. But it was like a 4-hour VOD. It was like 3 seconds in a 4-hour VOD. Like, I don't like, and I get it. Like, it's my responsibility. It's my stream. But at that point, like, I don't really know what to do. And they said taking down the VOD isn't enough. Like, and it says it on Twitter. I'll show you guys the tweet. I'll show you guys the messages that we had. The back and forth, if you will. So let me start from the very beginning. Okay. Let me pull up my Twitter, and then you guys can see it. Let me move this real quick. I'm popping off right now. Okay. All right. You guys can see my Twitter, right? An unknown player made a homophobic remark while I was streaming solo queue Valorant, where using in-game voice chat is sometimes advantageous. I didn't catch it to remove the VOD as I was focused on the game, resulting in a channel strike for the content I couldn't control. How can a streamer regulate voice chat enabled games with strangers? The only thing they can do is turn it off and give up some chance of in-game advantage. The thing is, you can't know what a stranger is going to say until it's too late. How is YouTube maintaining consistency with this policy when they allow videos like this to stay up? And this guy in this time frame was just throwing out this misogynistic hate speech. While there were clear edits before and after this for clarification, you can't do that on live stream. It did say, like, trigger warning, there's misogynistic hate speech in there. I get it. Like, it might be for, I don't know what this video is like exactly for. I don't know why. Like, it looks like they're sharing their misogynistic experience in this video. I'm not going to watch it. But they could edit the video. But for me on my live stream, I can't edit this. So I don't condone hate speech in any form, and I'm more than willing to remove the VOD. It's already removed. Do I deserve a channel strike for this, though? If yes, then how so? I also put in an appeal, and it was very quickly rejected. And I also put, what was this? Where's the retweet? Actually, let me go back. So YouTube replied. They said, Want to make sure we're looking at the right video. Can you share the video URL so we can take a look? Note that deleting the content will not resolve the violation. So if I had taken it down beforehand, would it have prevented the violation? And then also we definitely want to help flag inappropriate content to ensure, basically it's rat people out. You can rat them out here. That's basically what they're saying. So that's pretty much like the situation. Like, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this? That's pretty much the tea. Okay. Cycle, roast me, go. YouTube probably just wants to get more money from different videos. Abandoned Labs is for exactly. The Abandoned Labs is for. So what I'm saying is like the GTA video, like the Abandoned Labs video took, I think it was in July all the way up until today. The GTA video was probably in September and might be until next year, and then I get a flag. So yeah, I'll take it down. I don't know if that's gonna. It says taking it down doesn't resolve the violation. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm happy to delete it, and we'll just see what happens. Like the GTA one, yeah, like if I get it, I deserve it because I chose to go into that section of the game. But if it's something that someone else is saying, then like I don't know what to do. Like give me some options to rectify this, and if I don't, then penalize me. If then I like can't do anything about it, you give me no options, and I have to face this punishment, and now I have 3 more strikes, and the next strike I can't post for a week. Like, what if this is my job? You know, like this is like my income. You know, well, not right now, but what if it is? You know, so. Yeah, YouTube algorithm can make mistakes. They need a team to handle each case. So the thing I like about Team YouTube on Twitter is that they're very responsive, right? So yeah, they just like, yeah, bonks. Yeah, you're right. They just can't reject the appeal based off their algo. Like someone has to look at this and be like, yeah, like there's nothing this guy could have done. Let's remove the video and then just like appeal, like what is it? Undo his violation, you know? Like, I think that's within reason. Like, yeah, maybe my GTA video, like there's nothing that can be done because I chose to do that, right? But if this isn't my choice, then like, and I get it, like the option that I proposed, the loophole is that people will keep abusing it. They'll say something and be like, oh, well, someone else said it on my stream, and it just keeps happening, and you can just get someone else to say something on your stream or whatever. And basically the problem is that giving a window and extending it and not just cutting the video, what I guess what they should do is take down the video and say, hey, there's hate speech in here and we can re-upload the video or repost the video if you remove that part, or take down the whole video. Here's some options that you can do and you won't get a violation. But violating people off rip is like giving people a violation off rip. It's like kind of unfair, right? Like give them a chance to like take down the video and then give them some options. Remove it yourself or cut out that part of the video or do whatever, and then take this little course or whatever, answer this quick questionnaire, and then be on your way. If you like, cause there's I'm sure if it happens to me, it happens to so many other people, right? Like so many people play Valorant, CSGO, Halo, and any games with voice chat, right? And they're really gonna regulate. How are they gonna regulate what other people say, really? Like, that's what it comes down to. So Hamdo, if I know anything about loopholes, is that you love exploiting them. Yes, exactly. Cycle, what is this roast? That's not a roast. I don't see the roast. Wobbly, I can't join your Discord server. Okay, I see your invite, but I'm not going to. But check out these emotes. Cycle, why are you roasting me? Ian, what's up? No, you're not late. I'm just ranting about what I should do about this whole YouTube channel strike situation. So, anyways, yeah, there's like nothing I can do. So, I hope that they come back to me with some answer. That would be great, and that would speak volumes to how much YouTube actually listens to the creators, but we'll see. I don't know. I would love to see a change in the process, but yeah. Yeah, because it's not a big promotion or income source compared to somewhere bigger. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if I had like 1 million subscribers and this happened, they would easily reinstate my channel, or they would rectify the violation, right? But my channel's not big enough to have as big of an impact. But my feedback is they should just have a different process where they do take down the video or they private it. They do something, they give the creator some options. If they don't fulfill those options within a certain time frame, you get a violation. That's what I would do. And I think that's fair to everyone, because I didn't even have a chance to review it before I got the violation. And had I known, I would have done whatever it took. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, let's get to this new game. So you guys, let me start up this new game. Have you guys heard of Beginner's Guide? I downloaded like a bunch of games from Steam because of Black Friday. In case you guys didn't know, they were all on sale. I don't know if I think they're on sale until tomorrow. So there are a ton of games on Steam if you're interested in getting them. But yeah, this one's called Beginner's Guide. I don't really know what it's about, but we're going to play it. What is a white circle of death? Wobbly. Psycho, you took a nap. No, you didn't. You were trying to roast me, and it didn't work. Unfortunately, Psycho, I'm sorry. My Thanksgiving was good. I got to visit my niece for the first time. I got to meet my niece. Audio, got to turn this down. 4 speakers, 5 headphones. Headphones, sound quality high. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's see what this is all about. Did everyone have a good Thanksgiving? All right, let's just get to it. Beginner's Guide. I have no idea what this game is about, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna pop off and we're gonna have some fun. I'm tired of complaining about channel strike violations, so we're moving on. Let's go. Please make sure your audio is on. Okay. WASD. Okay.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful
2008
direction.
to 2011 is before y'all were born.
Reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
He made a level for Counter-Strike.
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs
Can't jump
and
on the blocks?
impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves.
Is this the same thing on the other side?
I want to get to know who this human being really is.
What is this? Oh, no.
That's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008. Coda
2008. This is before y'all were born.
And he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet. He just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made.
What is going
until
on?
suddenly one day, he just stopped. In
Can I jump out of here?
2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since.
He hasn't made another one since 2011 when y'all were
That's why
born.
I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his
Incredible.
work together. Is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him,
Is
to
this
maybe
thing
encourage
moving?
him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here,
Is there another
or
green
if you
box?
just need to get in touch,
Oh, it's an orange
you
box.
can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for
Oh.
introduction. Let's
was
take
it?
a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
2008. Guess what grade I was in 2008? It should be obvious. Whisper machine, status active. Evacuate immediately. Alright, I can shoot.
This game is
I can
called
crouch.
Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Did Coda really make games developed for Counter-Strike? Am I stuck? No. This is a loop? What is this?
Security call breached. Hostile
Oh, he got voice actors. Is something gonna come out of this door?
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Oh,
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what
I'm
they
stuck.
are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
what am I supposed to do? Oh, the door's open. Alright, Ian, no problem.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Okay, we got some movement. Whisper machine. Oh, okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay, we got a little. Where do we go?
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Perfect.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
All right.
Okay,
just go
this is
forward.
the part that's interesting. The game has this
Options. Mouse sensitivity. I'm gonna lower it.
narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
I don't know much about this. I bought this for. I totally forgot. But I think it was on sale. What is this? Whisper machine?
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam.
Oh, perfect.
It's
Just
so
jump
much
in
to
there.
ask, but for all of our lives,
Okay, I'll just save your life by sacrificing myself.
You
That's
give
perfect.
yourself-
That sounds like an idea. Just go ahead, just blow.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Wait, do I do this? Do I do the same thing? Boom. Oh, I'm flying. I honestly didn't hear a word he said. Oh, we can see the whole labyrinth.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this
Wow.
floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I
Can
have
I
no
solve
idea
this
what he was
maze, though?
thinking, but What's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
November 2008. Hamdo, how old were you? Oh, is this a backrooms? What is this? I can't move.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Oh. The past was behind her. Oh, I can only walk backwards. That's great. That's... what a wonderful way.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
When she stops and looks, it becomes clear. But the future is always behind her. How she will find the strength to confront it.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out.
Nobody told me press handstand was a reverse deadlift.
One.
It's not. Whoever told you that is lying. Alright, what is this? We have Michael Jackson in the premise. We're still in 2008, yes. You are now entering. Let's follow the trail. Game design.
And that's it.
Oh.
Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see.
This guy's trying to get real intricate and creative with these games. We're talking about meaning in games.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Ooh.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games.
This game is a documentary.
He would really only talk to me about his
Low-key,
work
that's
as
what it
he
feels
was
like.
making it. Once he stopped work on a game, that was it. It was dead to him.
Can I jump
I don't
off?
agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
I can't jump off. Wait, I can't go up anymore.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
What deeper meaning does he have behind this door? Nothing. Stand on X. Hang over for 3 hours. What is going on? These are all the thoughts in my head. Get out of my head, Yugi!
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Is he becoming better at game development?
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Can we go through? Can I shoot a gun? Oh, okay. January 2009. Ready, set, fish. Don't tell me this is a fishing game. Wobbly Life fishing is so hard. Okay. Okay. Nah, the voices in my head keep telling me I'm cracked. Absolutely.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle.
Ooh.
Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
On this side, is there anything here? A puzzle, you say? I'm pretty good at these, I would say. Oh, wait. Can I open it? And then close it and go in. Now I'm trapped. Okay, there's a lever here.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
Let's see. Yeah, these games were developed in 2008. Everything was pixelated in 2008.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
What did he tell me to do? Oh my god! What is going on? What is this? Okay. Can I jump off? Is there a way to die? No, I can't.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
This game is too deep. Y'all are coming after each other in this, in the chat. What's up, Ian? Hey, Max, what's up? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, that word is a very boomer word. And I refuse to spell it. Alright, let's see. Cycle, you better be joking again. You are now exiting.
Aha. So, this,
what is the meaning of
with
this?
The entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them.
I do not,
And
Ian.
once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
But I might. Oh, this is looking like superliminal. Look at this, all this white space.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Okay.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms.
This is like
It's
only
just
up,
because
but
he's working with
only
what the
down.
engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative
fall
work
damage? Let's
they're
go.
gonna end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games.
I was gonna fall at the
Notice
bottom
how they
anyways.
seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
I see. A little stable, you say. Yeah, I haven't seen Waffles in a minute. Where's Waffles? Whoa. Where's the narrator? He's forcing me to go here. Oh! The platform's moving. Okay, tell me to go here.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that. This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip
All right,
file
Max, thanks for dropping by.
entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Very interesting. He's sadistic. That's why.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
But a different solution. A solution to a
There's
different
still
outcome.
no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
What happened to Coda? Did he pass? No. Don't say it was your best friend who passed. Please. What's up, Wobbly? Listen, listen, listen. You there, did you come from above?
Here, Coda
What's up
begins
there?
using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Which one should I do, chat? 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3, which one should I do? You there, did you come up from above? What was up there? Yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. Yes, there was a world, an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. 2. All right, let's go. 2. That's world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through the puzzle with 2 doors? With the 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. I prefer not to tell you. After all, we've only just met. What do you guys think? 1, 2, or 3? Yes, I did. Number 1? All right, I think we're doing 2 again. We're gonna gaslight them. I don't remember going through that puzzle. I don't know what you're talking about. Lying is bad. You don't? How did you get here? The puzzle is the only way. There are other ways in and out. I don't remember how I got here. Wait, yes, I did solve it. I am the champion of solving puzzles. I can go anywhere I please. Do I just keep answering 2? Or do I say there are other ways in and out? All right, it looks like y'all want 2. We're doing 2. We're gonna gaslight them. You must think harder, please. Try to remember. There must be some. We gotta escape this prison. Can you think harder? There must be something more. Please tell us how to reach the end. Listen. These people need help. Oh, the other side's open. Okay. We just lied to them. More puzzles. Hello, how did you get here? What was the puzzle? What was their puzzle? No, I've been right here this entire time. Do we lie to them? Number 2. Yeah, we gotta go 2. We gotta gaslight them. We've been here the whole time. What are you talking about? I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit back in space in the middle. What happens if I solve it? Why would I sit in the black space? Who are you? 2. We're going 2, chat. Oh, it's plenty peaceful. It may not seem that way at first, but you'll come to think so in time. Eventually. Have these people been lost in the black space? Okay. Next one. Stairs. Are we just gaslighting these guys? 2 all day. I don't know what you're talking about. What puzzle? I've been here.
We make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Okay. The final floor, he says. Oh, is this a jail cell or something? Or a jail prison courtyard?
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to.
All right, Wobbly,
He
thanks for
wants a
dropping by.
reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
Okay.
He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is.
A non-playable game.
Destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
Okay.
And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay. I guess that's it. Ian's like, what's going on? Why are we typing numbers? Alright. Oh man, he's developing pretty fast. The game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see left behind by other players. What is this, RuneScape? What is this? Nice room. Not.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but
How do you beat
this
this
game
game?
is not
No
connected
point
to the
to this.
internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda.
Yes.
This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
Can I jump off this?
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
This guy is making games as a means of self-expression. It's deep.
But it's ironic, isn't it?
Can I jump
that
over this?
In playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better.
Are
and
we
actually
assuming that
kinda
he's
connect
lonely?
with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Helps, what
I
up?
could just get to know you through your work.
Have you played this before at the beginner's guide?
I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much.
Is this an
It's
NFT?
because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Oh, how was it? Did it go well? Can I just
At
jump?
the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again.
I can't.
And here, I'll tell
That's
you what
alright.
I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a
Can I
way
jump
of
off here?
closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle.
Is
that
game
he
development
knows
like
has a
Roller
reliable
Coaster
solution.
Tycoon?
He understands
Typhoon?
exactly
What is
how
it?
it works,
I forgot.
and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a
does it
moment.
Pause.
A few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp
I've
at
been
that
good.
elusive bigger picture.
Been getting more busy lately. But we're reaching the end of the level. A bunch of typewriters. Oh, these are what's typing the notes. Oh, I see. Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. May to June 2009.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Spin its wheels, baby. Let's go. All right, Melon, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I know. I can't comment on it, Nate.
See, like,
I'm in a well.
this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some
trapped.
reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison.
I need a
He's
wall
gonna start
jump.
over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Version 2. Oh, they're all gone. Oh, I'm at the top of the well. Okay, what furniture ought to go in the center of the room? How about a TV with surround sound, a refrigerator, put a giant hole in the ground? What do you guys say? 1, 2, or 3? I say number 3, but whatever you guys, what do you think? All right. I think it's 3. I want to say 3 too. I think that's the right answer. Okay. Now what about along the wall of the room? Number 3. Does it really matter? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we choose. And then we should light up this room a bit. Number 2. It doesn't matter what we choose. It's just gonna put whatever it wants to. A table. You need a table. Who are you? What exactly are you doing in this room? Tables from Vet 19. I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. This is true. Whoa. It's IKEA now.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything.
Welcome
it's
to
kinda
IKEA.
Just weird for
it's a maze.
Sake.
Ah, it's just like
So,
IKEA.
okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Okay. Hello, please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape any... Follow the instructions carefully. Take care. Reach that. First, click on this table. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Now go to the left side of the sofa and move it over a little. Is it this one? Finally, touch the shelves. That's all. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Perfect. I've always wanted to go back to my prison. Return. Beautiful. All right, Ian. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you in a bit. Maybe. This is my prison.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going.
What is going on here?
And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Oh, we're reaching the end of the level. Unless it's gonna switch up on us. What's back here? Just a dark house and a tree? Alright, let's keep going. This a phone booth? Make that call, baby. It's kind of creepy. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you were trapped in the prison too? Yes, I was...
It's
yep,
a
I was the
conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows.
I have to do number 1. By the name.
The irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Number 3. I'm gonna just throw myself off. Do you feel any different? Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. No, I'm really the same person now, so that actually does change. I don't feel like I'm the same person at all. Gotta give him some hope and then crush it because it's actually number 1. That's nice to hear. That makes me feel happy. Age just kind of does that, you know? It's still me, but it's somehow not hard to describe. Remember to enjoy who you are right now. It won't last. Dang, that's deep. Okay. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. What did they tell you? What did you have to do to get out? All they told me was to be sincere. They asked how I felt about being in prison. They just talked to me for a while. Wow, number 3 is kind of sad, but we're going to go with it. What? That freed you? How does that work? You just need someone to talk. Listen, you can't know until you're out. It's crazy because I'm guessing that every option you choose is going to have a different conversation. So there's a web of different conversations that this guy programmed. Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk to me. Oh, just talk to me. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I will be here as long as you need. That's deep. I'm not even sure if it works.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay.
Dang.
Wouldn't
That's
that be
deep.
nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
He's got to go on Valorant for that one.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Can I just skip this house? Someone in there. I gotta go talk to that person. Clean. My goodness. Glad as heck that you showed up. I thought it might be a clean this entire house all by myself. And right miserable would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. And lousy homes make home loners.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more
Music's
effort
quite
into
loud.
the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice bathroom. Okay. Something tells me you're going to be fun to do this job with. This place is going to clean itself. I'll finish up here. I mean, do I click around? Clear the table. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run to the bedroom and make this bed? I was going to do it anyways. That's what I was thinking. While you're there, wouldn't you straighten the rug a bit? Okay. All the little details matter. Do you enjoy it? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've... How'd you end up doing this job? Gotta be curious a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Friend dragged me along at a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Turns out I never felt so good when doing money my whole life. Never did like cleaning my own home. Might have got some demons I ain't ready to face yet. Oh, speaking of demons, someone put this couch in all the mess. Would you come out and straighten the pillows? Easy. Bam! Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink all over by the couch. You okay with it? Make it especially cheesy. Yeah, I'll try to get by. Do you absolutely have to? Make it especially cheesy. No. Alright. I should have listened. Hey, the dishes need to be washed. Will he force me to do it? Scrub the tub. Dang, this guy is needy. This guy has a lot of requests. How do you come clear these dishes off the table? Wait, didn't we
After
just
the
do...
intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you. And eventually,
Whatever work you
cohere
do,
into something
you've got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we Why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future towards for future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not.
I know
Trust
that
me on this
Kuda really
one.
liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time.
Speed run.
Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Oh, one house is a lot like one soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. That's cheesy. I don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it. It's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty cheesy. But there's a bit of truth to it. Should I bully this guy? Nah, you gotta empathize. Can't get striked. Can't get the second strike, guys. Anyway, so housekeeping. It's crazy because he has to map out all these conversations. Maybe I should have just been nice from the beginning. The game would go by a lot faster. Yes, I got it.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Question.
But
do you enjoy this?
It can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave.
Yes,
the door
please.
at the top of the hill is now open as well.
Bless.
Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
What? What does that even mean? Unless that's metaphorical. You can't stay in the dark space. You have to move forward. This game is deep. It's the end of the level.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Items you love.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Why'd you come here today? Is it to improve your life? Was it to get better at a better job? Was it to make your relationship more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. Yes. I want your friends, the people in your life to look at you and think, wow, this person is a much better human being than I am. Ha! Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is the person so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how do we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly? This is easy. It's so easy. It's so easy.
About halfway through the game,
being perfect is
perspective
effortless.
shifts.
Whoa. Oh, this is in the thumbnail. And the question is, now how do we do it effortless? Being perfect is effortless.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you
I'm
discover
the
that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? On the way to work, I told another person to start contributing to society. Hey, old person, start contributing to society. Kids should not follow their dreams. I'm gonna try 2. Well, let me know. Please, right now. Not the right answer. Also, let me. Yeah. Being alone must be awful. Call them out. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Drinking is not hurting my life. If you are torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. It sounds like he wants me to do the right answer. The green. You understand that you won't be happy until you... I mean, this is for you. Seek only one thing. The easiest, simplest path forward. Okay. I'll just keep answering green. Ha ha ha, just kidding. Anyone else want to do some X? There's no truth, there's no path. Okay, let's just keep answering the right thing. The right answer. Do what is easiest, do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Nothing, no one. It's coming for you. It's going to destroy you. Everyone run, run.
I fell pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. to assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think
Wow.
about this game a lot these days.
Deep. 2010, January. Okay.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda
Stage.
to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one.
This looks like My
That's
Friendly
twice
Neighborhood.
as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange.
Oh my god. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, places. Alright, I gotta find my place. It's back here. In this scene, you'll be playing as me. We are gathering professionals. First of all, you'll start leaning against this wall. No problem. I did not finish My Friendly Neighborhood. I should, though. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. It's your chance to learn something from her. Gain something. Should I move? It says stay right there. What do I say? Wise, happy, focused, successful. Sorry I have to leave? What do I say? What web of conversation should I open up? Will it lead me to the same place? 1, 2, or 3? Where's the bathroom? Should I just be normal? Yes. Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You actually need to converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are some hopes in my dreams. Well, I want her to... I need to tell her I'm feeling something because I need to prompt her to ask me a question. Why are you scared? You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just one moment, but I was confident. Maybe that's something you need to feel better about. Better feel of the setting. There are a lot of people around. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Alright, I guess I should ask a question, right? For the sake of conversation. A good conversation. Man, I keep messing it up. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets personal that quickly. Did you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this for again. Everything was riding on this. No. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Okay. I said back! This seems to be the end of the level. It's a prison. What was Coda thinking? Another prison. Okay, yes, now this is working.
The game ends
This is what
with
I
this
like.
eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to
He has
anyone
social
other than
anxiety.
himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. Mobius tab. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Wait. My eyes are... Okay. Captain, what can we do? I don't know. Oh, I'm blind. I can't see anything. What's going on? Help, I'm blind. I'm lying to them. There's a giant door in my wishing went blank. Please, someone talk to me. Tell me how to solve this. Should I just not say anything? This is the end. Goodbye, cruel world. Oh, wait. What do I have to do? They're all blind.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Ah, is it this? Truth. Stop to speak something that is honest. I'm bursting with creative. My work is always fun. Okay. We're gonna speedrun it. We're gonna speedrun it. We're speedrunning. What is true? Speak something that is honest. I'm bursting with creative energy. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. Man. Very sad.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Man, this is depressing. He's crying for help in his games.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Because didn't he... It was 2008 to 2011. So it's pretty soon. Where am I? It's Zelda Ocarina of Time, first person. Hello? Is anyone there? I'm alone. Is that a person? How lovely. Oh, it's Zelda. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Completely out of you. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. Oh, it's gonna open up as I become more honest, but all of these are honest. They're all honest answers. What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find the engine that you used to protect me. Start it again. Fork in the road. Wait, you're looking for a machine? That machine is me. That's my brain. I think I know where it is. It isn't far. What? You have to take me to it. I need to see it. I need to know why it stopped. Take me to it. Very intricate conversations. Oh, there's more. I can take you to it, but there's a problem.
The last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes.
Doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're gonna end up there.
Whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder, even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
This is me.
Why? What is it for?
He's describing me. Puzzle.
Because from my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
All right, what's next? Now just press the switch here. I'm back to where I was.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Dang, this is deep. Why is there crying? Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that the game development is simple and joyous, and that you'll love it 100% of the time. Making games is, he has to say, okay, game development is simple. That's number one. Making games is easy. Effortless. He didn't say effortless. Ah, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Why did the wall just crumble? Why did it feel so awful when I said that? Should I say, but it wasn't true? Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying creation is easy. When I make a game, I feel completely energized. It's a lie. I'm constantly excited about my enthusiasm. It's easy. Okay, this is where I have to choose an option that'll break down another wall.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself.
Are they all
and
changing?
I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of
Please,
seeing
where's
him
the machine?
create.
None of this is helping. I'm
For
gonna
him
vomit.
to suddenly become angry
Where's the
and
machine?
frustrated like this.
I am the
was
machine.
The worst thing for me.
Any sacrifice made for work are worth it 100% of the time. Yes, the machine. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't
Someone
know.
talk to me.
This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it.
I will be saved by my work. I believe
wanted
this
it to
unquestionably.
stop more than anything.
I'm a vessel for certainty.
It never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for
I'm outside
this
the prison.
to stop.
It's Coda.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
5, 6, 7 months. Wait, 2011 approaching the end of the 2008 to 2011 timestamp. Hello, guard. Ma'am, glad to see you arrived safely. We've captured the machine. Waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. I intend to be quiet. I intend to be brutal. Being quick implies number one implies number 2 and 3. Warren soon called the press, so we might have potential on this one. Also, one thing you should know about the machine, it calls itself Coda. Alright, easy. Hey, this isn't the same puzzle. Hey, it's the press. The door needs to close, though. This isn't the same puzzle. Don't talk to me about no machine. I don't want to hear any of that. The machine. We found the machine, everyone.
And of course,
You stopped.
it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping it. You stopped feeding us. I am a monster. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us can make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? 2. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people out there you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Do I be honest, number 3, or do I punish the machine? Do I be honest or do I punish? 1, 2 is on punish. Number 3 is honest. I feel like having more of the punishing option means they want us to do the punishing option. Or having one of the correct answer. Well, if I choose 1 and 2, will it lead me back to 3? I'm gonna go manager mode. Number 1. Apologize. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the thing you fear. How do I hurt it? That's what I want to know. All right then. I will speak to them for you. Whoa, it's crazy how it got to this. My followers or my friends. I'm going to say my followers because I'm alone and I don't have friends. My followers. It falls on me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation. Say mean things about it? Okay. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. It deliberately hurt us. But it's not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it we are not failures. Pay it retribution. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. Follow me, we will destroy everything the machine has created. Well, let's destroy the machine itself. For he did not apologize to us. He's gone. We're back on stage. Yes. Yes. Let us destroy the machine. Can I run? I can crouch. I can't reload this gun.
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
No. I can't reload it though. Yes. Destroy the machine. I thought I had limited ammo.
So
There's
now
a
the
door.
work is becoming self-destructive.
That's not a door.
And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Ray, what's up?
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
I'm destroying everything. I'm destroying all of his work. Yes. Destroy the machine and then destroy the games he's created. Is that a black hole down there? Am I falling?
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape.
Have you played this, Ray?
I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
The machine. Let's break it. I have yet to play that one. Put down your weapon, son. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Take it out, boy. Oh, I can only shoot. I can't do anything else
See
but
why
shoot.
I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good.
Yes.
When someone really
What's up,
connects
Melon?
with
Welcome
the thing
back.
that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I
How much
got to
HP
give
left
that very
on this
same
machine?
feeling to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This
Alright,
one
let's
is
see it.
called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
The last game he
So
made.
let's take a look.
Oh no. This isn't good. I don't like where this is going. I don't like where his narrative story is heading.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the
Where's the
tower
light coming
just
from?
feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
This is like a horror game.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Okay.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
See, he has to, like, this maze is not intended to be crossed, but it's the way to Coda's mind, what he's built back there. We got to see what he's built back there.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
What about this one?
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't.
Oh, you can't reach
I
him.
still don't really understand why this is here.
No, don't say
I'll
that.
put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
He found out the code. Is this based on? If this is based on a true story, that's so sad. Please don't tell me this is based on a true story. I don't want this to be based on a true story. Okay.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point,
Clip through,
there's
glitch.
actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Not giving me any way to fix the problem.
You're a fixer.
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Where's the switch?
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution.
That's where we came from?
Somehow.
Oh, we're going up the tower.
I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
Oh, okay.
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
What year did this game come out?
I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this
What
point.
up, Kira?
And then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is you on your regular account, on your main account. Welcome back.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would
I was like, I
finally be
recognize that
once
name.
and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left.
He is Coda.
Felt somehow like I had failed.
Maybe he is Coda. That's the most optimistic solution of the story, because if
Where did
Coda,
I screw up?
if anything happens to Coda, then it hurts me. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. Is the narrator Davey?
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this, but
Wonder
when I
times
took
when you
your
think
work
I'm
and I
making
was
these
showing
games
it
for
to
you.
people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You were so infected with my... You so infected my
the
personal
people
space.
who played them,
It's possible I
they
did begin
treated
plant
me
solutions
like
in my
I
work
was
somewhere,
important.
hidden between games.
They really listened and cared about what I had to
There was an
say.
answer, a meaning.
Even
Would it
though I
make
was
you any
showing
happier?
your work, it was...
Would you stop taking my
I
games and
felt
showing them to
good
people
about
against my
myself.
wishes?
Finally,
Giving them something
for a moment,
that is not
while
yours
I
to give,
had that,
filing one boundary
I
that keeps
liked
me safe?
myself.
Would you stop changing my games, stop adding lampposts to them? Would
And
you
then
simply
you
let them
stopped.
be what they are?
And I didn't have anything left to show people.
When I'm around you, I feel
just had
physically
to
ill.
be with myself.
You desperately
And
need
as
something
soon
and
as
I
that
cannot give it
happened,
to you. I literally
There
do not
was
have it.
no feeling at all. Nothing.
Struggling to come
less
up with the
than
new
nothing.
new ideas makes me
does
depressed.
that
Low points are just a part of the process. This guy gets it. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Dang. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you may make peace with the thing you were wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again?
Why is this?
Please.
Why is this getting bigger?
I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your
Dang,
work.
this
You
guy's
were
letting it.
complete in some way
He's
that I never was.
unloading.
I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please.
The walls are closing.
I'm fading.
The walls are closing
And
in.
all I want is to
I
know
knew
that
something
I'm
was
going to
going
be
on.
okay.
Oh, snap. Epilogue. Oh, this is why it ended in 2011. Is this the end, though? This can't be the end. Grand Central Station. I knew it. A lamppost, baby. I'm all alone. Where's Davey at? The train station.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution.
The train took me here already. Wow. Fast train.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Yeah, you told all of us.
Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop.
Which door?
Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
It's filling up with dirt. Okay, what is this? A cave. Follow the light. Oh, there's more. Can I run? The game design. I can crouch.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be?
Suffering.
Strange, but
death.
the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Oh, this is Captain America Civil War. This is where Iron Man fights Captain America. The exact same scene. Let's walk through it. Wow.
What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because
Don't leave
I
me
said
here.
that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
You're just gonna leave me here? Alright. Alright, Ian, thanks for dropping by. Ian, you're leaving at the same time as Davey. What is this big crack in the rock? Can I just not go through these and just walk, take the fastest path? Man, Davey's really going through it. Do I jump through here? It looks like it. Let's go. Oh, it's an elevator. We're going back up. All right. The beginning all again. Is because let's go. It got quiet. Footsteps only. We're back at Grand Central Station. Maybe not. Come on. Is this the end? What is going on here? Look up at the sky. Very slow-paced game, but we're getting there. Oh, this is the thing. This is the thing that shoots you up when you glitch, and then you get to see the world from the beginning of the game, like the very first couple levels. Dude, I forgot about those. It feels like it's been so long, but it hasn't. All right, blast me, throw me up. Let me see. Let me see the world how it's supposed to be seen. Oh. The labyrinth. The maze. Dang. Wow. What is going on here? When is Davey coming back? No, you're not Davey, you're Ian. 4R.
Turn back from this cave. You said let
Project
me
would not have been
prove
possible
that
without the following
I'm
individuals.
brave. Let me keep going.
Is this the credits?
The cave goes for miles and miles and miles, and you're so tired.
Was this the end?
But I know that you're strong.
Let me turn this down. Whoops. I just ruined that. Dang. You know, I kind of... What is the takeaway? What is this? What does it all mean? I gotta find a video about what this means. Is he coming back? That's it. The beginner's guide. All right. Wow. That was kind of not what I expected. What is MatPat? Wow. Well, we finished it. Hey, we got to 9 likes. Can we get to 10? Wow. Okay, honestly, Coda's like whole whatever he's putting out there for the prison game, and the way people interpret it are like, it's kind of like how I was with breaking, because I breakdance. Like the process would be so frustrating sometimes, and basically every time I would try to vent to somebody, like they would try to fix the problem, but at the end of the day, it actually wasn't a problem. It's just part of the process. That's what a lot of people don't understand. And if it was me now hearing myself vent about like my past self, venting about whatever I was working on, I would have been like, it's just part of the process. Like not whatever, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of felt this. This game is dope. I gotta find out what this means. I'm gonna find I gotta go on the good old YouTube. Beginner's Guide explained, revealed. Hey, we got to 10 likes. Let's go. The Beginner's Guide. This is not for you. Okay.
If you define it by its gameplay, the Beginner's Guide doesn't really have any rules. You know, it's more in the realm of interactive fiction than objective-based gameplay. But if you define it by its critical reception, the first rule of the Beginner's Guide is that you do not talk about the Beginner's Guide. It's a game that doesn't want to be written about, according to Laura Hudson's article. Or, as game designer Liz England puts it, it resists interpretation. By digging for meaning, we're perilously close to committing its cardinal sin. It instills an uncomfortable self-consciousness in anyone who attempts to look at it for too long, making any inquiring audience uniquely aware of where they're positioning themselves in relation to the game, its narrative, and even, thanks to the game's
All right, thanks for dropping by, Ian.
Davey Reedon's personal introduction and narration.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
To the developer. As Davey offers, or maybe more accurately imposes, his interpretive voice on this series of short experimental games supposedly created by his estranged friend Coda, we're increasingly dragged into a maze of authorial intent and creative liberty, as well as entitlement and consent. And when it comes to the issue of imposing your interpretation on things, some of us might have more to worry about than others. But whether you consider your role to be a player, a fan, an academic, a critic, a friend, the game ignites this little flame of worry. Is this about me? Developer Robert Yang even speculated that they may be the mysterious Coda, although admittedly as a rhetorical device rather than a serious consideration. A way of, as they said, bringing their own shit to the table. But as much as I might think I hear the game tutting admonishingly at me for trying to interpret its meaning, and then for that tutting to only grow ever louder as I realise that to even think that is itself an interpretation.
I need a more simplified...
You're not going to trap me that easily.
This person's not doing a very good job explaining
this. For a performative breakdown. I'm standing on the shoulders of every other writer's personal crisis with this game, and no one needs another one. And I actually don't feel like I need to tread too carefully with the Beginner's Guide. After all, it's just a game. But what makes this game so slippery are the questions it repeatedly raises around what is and isn't accessible and acceptable when we're bringing our own shit to the table.
He keeps trying to find
see
meaning in
past
these
the
levels.
games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Stripped down to their most basic formula, games are about either allowing or denying access. You do good, you get more game. You do bad, and you may never get past level 4 of Geometry Dash. And by you, I mean me. And while access to other media may be limited by
Jonathan, what's up?
or because it's so long or difficult, it's not like a book is going to find your reading performance lacking and be like, no more book for you.
That's literally how it is
so
for
the
me.
relationship between player and game can be thought of as playfully antagonistic. Because even when games might deny us access, that doesn't mean we can't force our way in. From watching Let's Plays to creating modified versions of a game, the ability to break in and root around is unique to the construction of video games, allowing us to go places we were never meant to go, see things we were never intended to see. even if just vicariously. There are even games built around this function. Astronauts is a mod of Gary's mod, which is itself a mod of Half-Life 2, and in it you break into the maps and levels of other games, steal their props, and obviously sell them to your interdimensional cat overlords. You can even steal walls and floors, and when missing assets return error messages, you can steal those
This
too.
person's video is not
What feels
cohesive.
transgressive here is taking control
It frustrates
of
me
something
to watch
we were
this.
supposed to be subservient.
Finding the truth. Why are all these videos so long?
What does it mean when a video game causes us to feel self-doubt? What's happening when a game forces us to look in a mirror and question what it is that motivates us? I never thought
to
a
practice
game
piano
less
for
than
your
2
school
hours in
music
length
sharing?
could cause me to face these difficult issues head on, and yet here I am.
Nice.
This is the beginner's guide, and
This
if I
is
had
solo?
to describe the game in a few words,
like a
I'd
talent
call
show?
it a narrative-focused first-person adventure. In reality, the experience is almost entirely psychological, and it communicates a very powerful message that will likely mean different things to different people.
Ah, see,
My name
this is
Nick
more
Moe,
direct.
and what you're about to see is a collection of gameplay, public speeches, and blog posts that, when combined, form a very interesting story. One that you might have missed out on since the Beginner's Guide originally launched back in October of 2015.
2015.
That said, if you've not played the Beginner's Guide, and you have any intention to, go ahead and add this video to your Watch Later playlist, and go play the game first.
I remember I had.
It's
Is it
okay,
like a
I'll
playing
be here.
test?
And with that out of the way, let's get started.
That's
If
not
you've
a show.
played
It's
the
like. Is it a?
Beginner's Guide,
I
you
remember I
have
had
a
to do
basic
playing tests
grasp
for
of its
orchestra and it
story.
sucked.
The loose premise
I was
is
the
that
worst.
you're playing a collection of unfinished indie games from a developer by the name
All right.
of Coda. And
Good
we are
luck practicing and
experiencing
good
these
luck
games with
on your
context
music
thanks
sharing,
to a
Jonathan.
narrator, a man by the name of Davey Whedon. In this regard, the game presents itself as a biographical piece. The game's plot involves at least one real person, implying that what you're playing is non-fiction. And this is part of the reason why making this video has intimidated me. I'm not just breaking down characters in a game, I'm breaking down real people. And speaking of real people, I'd like you guys to meet our narrator, Davey. This is Davey Whedon. He is the creator of the Stanley Parable and of the Beginner's Guide. His games are known for being experimental storytelling devices. Here he is
Interesting.
giving a talk at Alto University
Is he
on
the
how his
devel-
personal
so Coda never really
experiences
existed?
shaped his games. During the talk, Davey talks about his battles with depression and how hard it is to live up to the expectations of others. The entire talk is over an hour long. It's pretty interesting to hear his experiences, but there's one key takeaway I want to make sure you gather from this talk. Listen to what he has to say here.
I was literally weeks away from abandoning game development and just running a bar somewhere when the free version of Stanley Parable hit the internet, and suddenly overnight I had tens of thousands of eyes on me. So wow, what does that do to a person? Now you might look at these two details and say, gosh, that sounds great. Sounds like everything is going to work out really awesome for you. And in theory, yes, you're right. But the problem is that validation is not a vaccine. You don't just take it once and then the disease goes away. You have to keep taking it, like hunger. It returns every single day.
this is the guy's real voice.
You cannot sate the desire to be praised.
At this point, we can make an assumption. Unless Davey is on stage lying to a group of hopeful college students, we can assume that what he's telling us is true. That prior to the success of his first game, The Stanley Parable, he felt hopeless. But after The Stanley Parable became a runaway success, the spotlight and attention he received caused him to suffer from depression and anxiety. This is a real person, and these are his real-life experiences.
That was
now,
me.
Normally, these sorts
Once
of things
once I
would be
kinda made it in
off-limits
my local
exploring
scene,
a
I felt like
game,
I felt
but
this.
what we've been presented in the Beginner's Guide isn't a fictional story. We were led to believe that these events actually occurred. Therefore, Davey's speech
And then I felt
is
like I had to
entirely
make it
fair
in,
game.
like,
I want you to
the-
keep that in mind as we leave the real world and enter the one presented
The
to
local
us in
scene, the
Beginner's
state
Guide.
scene, the national
At
scene.
the very beginning of the game, we receive an introduction from Davey, who uses his real name and gives us personal details to ensure that we are all under the impression that what we are hearing is a true story. He quickly introduces us to an acquaintance of his by the name of Coda. Coda, like Davey, is an indie game developer who is involved in experimental game design. Davey informs us
I
that
wonder
what
if
we are about
Coda
to
is-
play are a
is
series
Davey.
of Coda's unfinished games, which Davey has compiled so that others could experience them. Right away, it all seems incredibly real, and we have no reason to assume that what we are hearing could be anything but the truth. Early on, we are presented with some of Coda's first works, a map for Counter-Strike, some basic Source Engine puzzle games. Davey even goes so far as to using the Source Engine as a major plot point, indicating that the limitations of the Source Engine are partly what influence the direction of Coda's games. Anyone with any sort of experience with game development or who follows the games industry closely will likely resonate with what Davey is telling us. These details in the Source Engine are all 100% true, and many real-world developers got their start by experimenting with source mods. What we are hearing seems incredibly plausible. Not long after the game's introduction do we realize that Davey has taken it upon himself to modify some of Coda's games in ways that make them easier to understand. Davey explains to us that he did this so that others could experience the brilliance of Coda's work, and that he did it to help Coda. Now things are beginning to become more convoluted. If these are Coda's games, would Coda approve of any of these changes? And by adding changes, has Davey changed what these games were supposed to be? At this point in the story, we have our doubts about Davey's motives. Despite him telling us that he was looking out for Coda's best interests, we can't help but feel that Davey is motivated by more personal reasons. After we've explored at least a half dozen small experimental games, the tone of these titles begin to shift. The games become less optimistic and more fearful, more doubtful. As the intensity increases, so does confusion. The games are looking less like video games and more like direct cries for help. The games are all about being trapped or facing destruction head-on. The gameplay becomes violent, or at least metaphorically violent, as you're forced to lie to yourself about your happiness. At this point, our own human logic begins to interfere with the story unfolding before us. Davey claims to be Coda's friend, and he states that he cares about Coda very much, yet he claims to have played these games that are so clearly direct cries for help, yet he never intervenes in the real world? And if Davey wouldn't intervene, wouldn't someone else? Or is Davey truly the only person playing these games?
What if they're not cries
If
for
this
help?
was any other
He's
video
just assuming
game,
that they're
we wouldn't
cries
need
for
to
help.
ask ourselves these questions. Suspension of disbelief would normally carry us through parts of a fictional story that don't quite add up. But this game is supposed to be non-fiction, right? The events of this game involve real people, or so I was told. I mean, right now, I could tweet at Davey Reed and I could look up who Coda is, right?
Okay, now imagine that you show up at the party and you're tired, or it's loud, or you've got something else on your mind, and there are 200 people who all want to have that conversation with you. And yes, you could turn around and just leave the party, go back home where it's quiet, except for one very big problem. This is what you've always wanted. You know it. You know in your heart of hearts that you have always wanted this, for everyone at the party to come to you. You've been dreaming of this for years. You don't have the energy,
Yeah,
so
every
what? This
party's
is what
a
you've always
workshop, baby.
wanted. This is
Throwing
why
it.
you started making games in the first place, isn't it? Isn't this why you've been making
talk to at
stuff?
parties.
So that you could be at the party and 200 people would all want to talk to you? That sounds great. You have to talk to all of them. You have to. Talking to them is the only important thing. It's the only thing that matters. You've been telling yourself this for years. Talking to them is the only thing that matters.
Perhaps it was wrong to approach this game with any sort of assumptions at all. You probably understand where we are at this point. There never was a developer named Coda, that the story we've experienced in the beginner's guide was largely influenced by Reedon's own experiences. And the evidence is a bit hard to ignore. Take Coda's games, for example. So many of them share a common theme, a sense of fear of being judged, a hatred for performing in front of others, a fear of the press. For a person whose games were never advertised publicly and who's never been wildly successful, they display an odd amount of attention towards the press and the gaming public. On the other hand, Davey himself has received an insane amount of media attention when his game, The Stanley Parable, became a smash hit. To most, the story ends right here. Coda never existed, and the story of the beginner's guide is just the story of Reedon's life after the Stanley Parable, and how he failed to succeed under the enormous pressure of having a successful game. However, I think there's more. If the ending of the Beginner's Guide is anything to go by, I believe the message of the Beginner's Guide is a positive one. I believe that Davey created the concept of coda to help tell a story. A lot of people believe that coda's name is no accident, that Davey chose this name because of its meaning in music, where a coda is an end to a musical passage, and there may be some truth in that. To me, coda represents Reedon's purely creative ambitions, the side of him that wants to create games that are psychological experiments, not AAA million-unit selling blockbusters. Coda represents Davey's unafraid, passionate creativity. And in the story, Davey casts Coda as a real person, a tragic figure, so that we feel a sense of loss when he loses contact with Coda. We feel sorry for Davey, yet at the same time, we don't realize that the loss was all
The machine
eternal.
gets in the way.
The only thing that was lost
Coda.
was Davey's sense of purpose. The public-facing Davey is his other half. This is the side of him that's craving the praise and attention of others. This is the person who wants to become an internet sensation for his games, who wants to give talks and be looked up to by other developers. And as I hinted at before, it is this side of Davey that makes Coda disappear. It is the need to alter the games for a mass audience, the need for more sales on Steam, the need to do more interviews and more public events that causes the conflict on display in the Beginner's Guide. And this is the main point I hope you take away from all of this, that at its core, the Beginner's Guide is not about a narrator walking you through someone else's games, that the Beginner's Guide is about a single person facing an internal struggle on what it is that drives their creativity. And this conflict is the reason why Davey loses touch with Coda. Thankfully, the game does not end with Coda's disappearance. The game's final chapter is a silent epilogue during which you have the time to reflect on everything you've heard. The game comes to a dramatic finish when you walk into a light, similar to one we've seen earlier in the game, and the player rises into the stars, revealing a dazzling, infinite maze below. This powerful imagery reminds players of the meaning behind one of Coda's first games, that the world is bigger than we realize, and that what we know to be true may in fact only be a small piece of the actual truth. In this powerful moment, we realize that our journey, everything Davey told us and everything we saw, shouldn't be accepted as the entire truth. For that every one path here, there is an infinite amount of other paths we could have taken, or conclusions we could have reached. After this uplifting sequence ends, the game is over. But before we end this one, there's a final question that we need to ask ourselves. Why is the game that we just played titled The Beginner's Guide? The title is wide open to interpretation, but here's mine. I believe the title is to be taken two ways. The first is a literal interpretation of the experience you've just played. You are stepping through the first gameplay experiences made by a novice game designer, and you are being guided through them step by step, showing how one game improves over another. At the same time, the title refers to the internal struggle of a young creative mind. You're learning how an incredibly creative person can be crushed under the immense pressure of having an audience. You've learned that you must respect your creative process and never allow external forces to shape your creations, or you might lose what it is that drives you.
I'm relaying this to you to try to illustrate for you what is at risk. If you're not being mindful about why you're making the things that you're making, what do you stand to lose? How bad could it really be?
This is what the Beginner's Guide means to me. The game forced me to take a look at my own creative processes and ask myself what motivates me, what pushes me forward. Is it my own creativity, or is it a thirst for external validation? Ultimately, we can't be sure that this self-reflective message was the original intent when Reedon released this game, and that's probably for the best. The Beginner's Guide took me on a journey, and I feel stronger as a creator because of it. A big thank you to all of you.
This is so much better than the previous video that we saw about this.
I will just say that this was...
Let me check on Bella real quick. Okay, she's all good. Wow. Let me switch it back to this. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is like therapy right now. But when you're looking at like, well, and I've like committed to this conversation, but I guess no one, because like only a few people know that I break. But when I was like heavily competing, it was that exactly, like you subject yourself to like the opinions of others, and then also like to the judges and whatever. And I remember like losing battles and beating myself up over it. And then there was always like two sides to it, right? There's always like my old crewmate Serge, he would always be like, "What are you doing this for? Like, are you doing this for the love of it? Or are you doing it for validation from people, from other people, like external validation?" And I would always like the right answer is like, I'm doing it for myself, right? And that's kind of like the same way in this, that's like a game developer, you want to do it for yourself, and that's like the right answer. But at the same time, like I knew deep down I competed because I had to, like, because I wanted the external validation, right? I think, well, obviously, like, the right answer is to have a balance of both. But every single moment, it's like, nothing's ever static. And I think it's the same thing with, like, game development or any creative process. It's always, like, a dynamic ratio between what you value creatively and then versus, like, external validation, that feedback that you're getting from like judges or people or whatever. And it's never, well, it can be completely one or the other, but it hardly ever is. And then it's almost like you can't fully commit to one or the other. And that's like constant back and forth is a struggle in itself, but that's the only thing that keeps you going forward. Because you need that feedback loop from both sides of like the creative side and also the external validation side if you want to improve at all. And that's the only way you're ever going to see progress. And yeah, I don't really know. I feel like I get this game, but I feel like I get this game to a higher level than most people would. And that's on God. Anyways, that's not for me to like brag about it. But yeah, I mean, the game was really good. I'm still like trying to process everything. Yeah, I don't know. Also, like, I'm having like different thoughts. But like my friend, my old crewmate Serge, he would like critique my battles. It's almost like gaslighting. You're almost gaslighting yourself. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm like talking out of my mind and it sounds like I'm going crazy, but just hear me out. What's up, Jonathan? All right, so my old crewmate Serge, whenever I lost a battle, he would be like, oh, he would be like nitpicking, like, oh, like your form wasn't good here. Like your idea needs to be more visible, like in your movements and all this stuff. And then I would get frustrated. And then when I expressed my frustration, he would be like, what are you doing this for? Are you doing this for validation from other people, or are you doing this for yourself? And like I said, the right answer is I'm doing it for myself. But in reality, there's no right or wrong answer. But that conversation, what I think is like he's basically gaslighting me, right? He's like critiquing me, and then when I get upset, he's like, oh, well, what are you doing it for? He's not wrong, but at the same time, that is the creative back and forth you have to have with yourself if you want to move forward. So, sorry, Jonathan, I'm talking about the game. The game is basically describing a creator's struggle through his own internal creative process, and maybe creating some games that don't really have a definitive end, and then his like side of himself that has to like create a solution for the game for people to figure out so that it's a complete game. And then so throughout the game, he's like struggling. There's this internal struggle between like, oh, I want to create this game that's just cool and interesting and there's no like finish. And then like I have to create a finish because there's an audience waiting for me. And basically what I'm talking about is like there's this it's almost in every creative outlet that this happens. It's that like you're like, oh, I want to create for me. I want to create for me. That's like the idealistic, what do you call it? The ideal path for everyone is to be, I'm doing this for me. But the fact is, you can't always do everything for yourself if you truly want to get better. If you want to get better at stuff, you have to receive feedback from others. But that feedback, one, might be like crushing for you to put it in the public eye or be judged for it. And then two, then you start looking at everything that you're creating through the lens of it needs to be complete in the eyes of others. But that kind of defeats the purpose of the creativity aspect of just creating for the sake of creating. And that's kind of like what I was dealing with super hard when I was like, or I'm still dancing, but I'm not really struggling with it anymore. But I'm realizing like over time, like that dynamic between like the creativity aspect and then the whatchamacallit, the external validation aspect is always dynamic and always changing. And if you really want to progress, like you have to embrace both at different ratios at every moment. And it's just like a hard concept to grasp. But I think this game kind of like, it puts it, it displays the juxtaposition like perfectly. Like he was talking about like, this game needs a solution. I need to put something here so you can solve it. But the creative side is like, oh, it doesn't have to be that way. Right. But at the end of the day, like it kind of like leaves you to your own, the way you want to perceive it. Nate, the game itself was just kind of like a walkthrough. You're just kind of like holding forward, but it is a very like thought-provoking game. I think the beginner's guide is more of a story than a game. That's here. Let me pull it up. Yeah, it's more of a story than a game, and like I just felt the story really hard, and that's why I'm going on this long rant about the creative process. But I think everyone that has a creative mind or in a creative element should try this game out and play it. If you're looking for a game that's like fun and exciting, don't play this game. That's what I would say. This game definitely wasn't fun and exciting, but it was really thought-provoking and meaningful. So that's the long answer for your question. Melon, welcome back. All right. I don't think I'm going to play Valorant today. Palps, were you here for my rant about my channel strike? I'm sure you saw my tweet storm about it. All right, thanks for Jonathan. Wait, how was your practice? You didn't. That was such a short practice. All right. This guy made a 2-hour video.
I would put a visual saying spoilers ahead.
Okay, okay, this guy made I'm not gonna watch this. Guys, let me show you here. I'm gonna show you a sneak peek for this here. Hold on, you're gonna hear my voice because I'm gonna open it up, but hold on. Just be patient. Be patient. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. All right. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek right here. Oh, I went on a quick rant earlier, Palps. But this is the video coming out on Wednesday. Wait. This is an $11,000 mansion, and it's the most expensive house in Wobbly Life. It has 9 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. I think. I'm so lost. And we're gonna compare living in this house to living in a $10,000 mansion that comes with a tennis court, a pool, and a helicopter. We're also gonna compare it to the most luxurious apartment in the city, all the way down to the cheapest home you can buy. And is there not even a bathroom? All right, so we got the first
That
house. 20-second intro, 25-second intro took me like a couple, not a couple. It took me like an hour and some change to like get all these shots because I like don't know how to work a camera in Wobbly Life to save my life. Yeah, I bought all the houses using mods. So obviously I don't say it in the video, but you know what it is. The cars video just did so, here, let me just turn down the volume. The cars video just did so well. And same thing with the propeller hat. And I wanted to try doing this intro that's like not my face in the beginning. And just doing like, basically the whole intro is my like no face for me. And then the rest of the video is me with my face and like this webcam. But yeah, like all of these shots, I just used the camera. I bought all the houses with the mod. So basically I stole Mr. Beast's script. I kind of flipped it to fit like the Wobbly Life one. It was the $1 house versus the $10 million house or whatever. I basically like tried to copy his script and fit it to the Wobbly Life one. And then I also like, hold on. You guys got to see this. Hold on. Let me just set this up. Hold on. This is ridiculous. I'm setting it up right now. Okay. Look at this. So here is Mr. Beast's $1 house versus $10 million house. And here's my Wobbly Life house. And I'm not going to title it $1 versus 1 million. I also have a 1 million version, even though the most you can spend is $11,000. But I copied the intro. I copied the thumbnail. I'm saying it on stream. But the thing that I need you guys to get piped up on is this. If someone doesn't comment this, I will be sorely disappointed. If someone doesn't comment something about this, it just flies by. But I am on that grind. Yeah, Spy Cakes is who I want to be. Okay, if Spy Cakes has like 3 million subscribers and he's playing different games, that's like what I want to do. I want to do what Spy Cakes is doing. I want to be able to play whatever games and people just follow and watch because of Spy Cakes. So, crank down the vibrance. The vibrance is what gets people, because like I feel so obviously you guys are seeing this like really blown up, but on your phone you need something like really punchy, right? I used to have Spy Cakes when he posts 4 times a day. He would post 4 times in one day. I see him. He posts like almost every day, if not multiple days, maybe not weekends. I'm more entertaining than Spy Cakes. Melon, thank you. The thing that I feel like I have over Spy Cakes that some other creators do have is that like he doesn't show his face. And I'm okay with like putting my face out there, and also like streaming just like anything and talking about whatever. But he's like strictly to the game. But that's kind of what I want, where I can just play whatever, basically become a streamer. That's what they do, right? But if no one comments about this when I go, the video's gonna drop Wednesday. If no one comments about, oh, look how much money you started with, then I will be sorely disappointed in all of you. So like, Look at this. I have it here. Look at the monies. And then the video is an hour and 11 minutes. It's almost like, yeah, it's an hour and 10 minutes. Pretty crazy. But I go through every single house that's on the island. It's just every time I do a video that's like, we cover all the cars, we cover all the presents, it just hits. And I still get views on them, and it's pretty good. You look like Asian Giga Chad. Thank you, Declean. Declan. Yeah, so the same day as the wobbly stream. Exactly. Okay, so Nate, here's kind of like, I don't know where I put this thought, but I was like, should I do all the houses in one video as I did just in this video that you're seeing now? Or should I break it up and say all houses, all mansions, all huts or something? I don't know, like all the cheap houses. But I don't know, like I felt like, well, one, I was just like, I'm just going to film this all in one go. I don't know if I'm going to do multiple. I was going to do a series, but I think the thing that made me put everything together in one hour video is not the money. Okay, it is the money, but I think what will get more clicks is comparing a $500 house to the cheapest house to the most expensive house. So it's either I break up every house by segments and have different amounts of views for different categories of houses, or I just have one clickable title of the cheapest house and the most expensive house. I think I could have made this video a lot shorter, and I think that would have gotten me more money. But I don't know, like the thing is, like, I've posted hour-long videos, like gameplay videos, but they're kind of like, I realized a lot of people watch the fastest car. They watch it all the way through. They click around and see which car, like what's the speed of each car. And then same thing for the propeller hat. They click around and they see like where each present is. And then I feel like for this, if I had it in segments, some people might not watch the cheap house video, right? But the thing is, like, I kind of want people to click around and see what they want in the same video, and then also compare like the $500, because at least I get the first click. You know what I mean? If I can get the first click on one video, that might be, I don't know what the best idea is, but I wanted to try an hour-long clickable video, because right now I have videos that are like hour-long playthroughs, but they're not clickable. So I was like, maybe I should try putting out an hour-long clickable video and see how it does. So I don't know that this is going to get me more money or not. It could be 15, like Mr. Beast does 15 minutes, but he's not covering every house. Like I'm covering, I think there were like 20 some houses this year. I could have done, if I redo this video, which I don't mind redoing, I could just walk through each house, do a quick rundown. It has a bathroom, it has this, that. So I kind of just do some like just random commentary throughout. But yeah, I basically do an MTV Cribs for each house. Yeah. You should probably have wobbly part in one of the houses for your larger lobbies. Like the mansions are just different. Most houses put in the area, copy paste. Yes. I enjoy videos when not snipped. I enjoy the videos where it's not just snipped out of a stream. Yeah. I mean, a lot of my videos are snipped out of a stream because that's basically like the Ludwig formula, right? The thing is, I need to like get people to come to my streams and make my videos basically from the streams, so that when people watch the videos and then they come to my streams, they get what they were expecting. That's my mentality, but I don't know if that actually works or not. I don't know if anything actually works or not. Even now, I am making money because I'm like my channel's monetizable, but like I don't know if this is. I basically don't have a formula yet, but the formula I'm following is like what most streamers are doing. Could you guys hear that? Tell me you couldn't hear this. Even though this is muted, tell me you couldn't hear this. All right. We should do a Wobbly Life $0 to house speedrun. I know the lodge houses are good. The log cabins suck, except when you get to the large one. The small and medium ones are absolute trash. But I do want to see like how one long. So right now, like the fastest Wobbly Life video is like 20 something minutes. The propeller hat's like 30 something minutes. And they're my top performing videos. I want to see how this hour-long one does, and I can always cut it down. Like I can always refilm or cut this down and then repost it like way later on. Especially because they have I mean, this is still in beta, right? So once they release version 1, I can do it all over again. But I know that people are more likely to watch the hour-long version or not really likely to watch an hour-long version. So this kind of gives me like a gauge. So when they do drop version 1 of Wobbly Life, then I can like basically remake this and then just like make a Mr. Beast 17-minute version, you know? Yeah, RIP Smash Mouth. I really think it's because people are curious to buy a house or find what presents or something they need from the video. Yes, I agree. Like, I think people would want to see what's inside each house. That's why I kind of like made it like a 1 hour long video. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how ads work when it comes to like longer videos. Are there more ads, or is it better for someone to watch a video for longer? Or is it better for someone to watch a bunch of shorter videos? I don't know what's better for YouTube, but I want to try and see what works better for me and this channel, and like see if what I'm thinking people would latch onto would actually work. So I'm putting out videos of different lengths to see, basically like A/B test, because I need to find something that works and what people like kind of latch onto, and that'll give me a better idea of like what to do. Okay, let me check my phone real quick. My sister just messaged me. Let me give you guys a preview of this. All right, I think this one is my last hope. No, we checked it. Yeah, not a whole lot to it. You get some drums, you get a fruit basket, which the fruit does not separate from the basket. You got 2 beds, perfect for a sleepover, and little pet Let me check my phone real quick. Yeah, it's not a whole lot. You got a lot of windows, and if you call your car, I'm gonna call my water balloon tank, and it's right outside. It replaces the ATV. All right, time to check out the other one. See if the other one is any different. Let's go. Also have an ATV, and let's see how much this one is. This one is $600, and let's go in and check it out. Okay. Oh, this one has a little record player. No fruit basket, but a record player. Still 2 beds, different layout. Instead of bongos, you got this little guitar. But other than that, I think the layout's about the same. Still no bathroom. And then another thing to call your car over. But that is, I guess that's it. There's not a whole lot for this jungle area. For $100 more, you're like spawned way out in the jungle, and there's not much to do here. So I think the city might be a better option, but in the city you also have a bathroom. There's that for Jungle Island. Not a whole lot. I don't know if it's worth the extra $100. We're looking at it price-wise, but it is a nice location. $600 ain't bad. All right, and on Mountain Island, this red house for $750, we get a whole house. This is not bad for $250 more already off rip. This red house already looks better than both apartments, the small log cabin, and the Jungle Islands. Everything so far has been a downgrade from the apartments until now. For $250 more, you get a whole fireplace, a TV. What is this, a VHS player? Do you guys even know what that is? Comment below if you know what a VHS player is. All right, if you don't know what a VHS, if you don't know what a VHS player is, it's an old ancient object. Okay, so let's check out the first floor so far. All right, sorry. I think down here is gonna
family
be
stuff going on.
We have laundry, and yes, we have the kitchen. No stove top.
I just made a video. It'll be posted tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Hey, put it in the Discord or share it with me,
looks like
Ian.
a back door. Yes, it's a back door for my paraglider.
Dude, I felt so old.
Also has a back door.
But I know the devs are just as old,
As
if not
such.
older.
So we have the living room, and then we have the kitchen without a stovetop. Very, very safe kitchen.
So
and we
you
have
kind
laundry
of
right
see
here.
like what this,
And I guess we
like
can move these.
how this video is
Very
going
nice.
to be
Let's check
basically.
upstairs and see what we got. Okay, just like Grandma's house, we got 3.
I'm basically doing a MTV Cribs. See, like I could have done like categories, but I just don't know. I don't know how I would have made it work. I think the most clickable thing is doing the cheapest versus the most expensive. And I think my intro is banger. I don't mind like A/B testing different versions of the thumbnail, but low key I feel like vibrance and color is like the way to go. And then also simplicity. But yeah, Ian, show us the video as soon as you can. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me watch the intro. So, yeah, basically the intro of this took me... It took me like, I would say like an hour and a half to do all the filming and then the voiceover. I did it today. I forgot how long it took, but I feel like it took longer than it looks for 20 seconds. $11,000 mansion, and it's the most expensive house. This is an $11,000 mansion, and it's the most expensive house in Wobbly Life. It has 9 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms, I think. I'm so lost. And we're gonna compare living in this house to living in a $10,000 mansion that comes with a tennis court, a pool, and a helicopter. We're also going to compare it to the most luxurious apartment in the city, all the way down to the cheapest home you can buy. And is there not even a bathroom? All right, so we got the first house. Well, honestly, this video was like really hard to film without you guys. It was really hard to film this on my own. I just felt like, I don't know how, see, this is the thing. Like, I don't know how Spycakes does it, because Spycakes has to sit here and film himself all alone each time. The only thing that's like better about this, and not just Spycakes, but creators like Spycakes. Like, let me make this smaller so you guys can see it. Like this. Like, I had to film this on my own, and it felt so awkward, and like there was like no one to just chat with or like kick the can with. But I feel like it did make for a pretty like if I stuttered or messed up a saying or like a line, I didn't have a script. But if I say like, oh, there's a car, like if I tried to say car but said char instead, I could just stop and then re-say it. That's the only thing that was better. But like, I don't know how Spycakes and all these creators continuously do it. It's like they're playing this game. Like, I felt like I was playing this game and I was like, I know I'm alone and I don't really like, I don't love this game. I'm not going to play it solo. Like, I would much rather play it with people, and that's what makes it fun. But here I am playing this game solo, trying to narrate and trying to think of content to like talk about. And I was like, man, how does Spycakes do it? So it was really hard. Basically what I'm saying is hard to do without you guys. For that one video, like, wait, what video? Can I play it, Nate? Or do you not want me to do it? Look at Mr. Beast right here. My boy. And then that's the Mr. Beast of Wobbly Life. Can I go on your channel and look? All right, he doesn't care. How do I find your channel? What's like the best way to do this? Can I do Nate the Cocoa Nut? Will it? Ah. Okay, it's in your videos, right? It's your latest one? I did watch.
I got it.
Your second video?
So me and my friend were just playing Gang Beasts, and we discovered some crazy stuff you can do on the elevator map. And I've been trying to post more, so
I did watch
subscribe.
Is this your other videos don't have intros, right? Dude, recording yourself, it's like so weird and cringe. Not just you, Nate, but like in general.
Me and my friend were just playing Gang Beasts, and we discovered
every time I do a voiceover and I like record myself, it's super cringe. Like, especially for the shorts, you know, like I found the thing to do in Wobbly Life. And then I just have to hear it again over and over. It's like, I mean, I'm used to it now, but it's like, it feels so cringe hearing myself doing it. And then if I don't like get a line right, I'm like, this is $1 million mansion, or I don't know, this house cost 300. Yeah. If I say like, instead of 300, I say 300. I'm like, oh my God. Like I have to keep redoing it. I still did not like even space out my words. It sounded weird. Yeah. Like I have to like, most of the time I just have to compromise and be like, all right, like this is it. Like this script is what it is. And I'm just going to read it, and whatever flows the best is what it is. So every time I make a video, I'm like, well, I'm used to it now and I don't question it anymore, but it's like, is that what I really sound like? Yeah. I feel like most of the time you just got to go with it. Like, you just read a script as long as it flows and it's not choppy, because like, and this kind of goes with like, if you're talking to somebody, you're not thinking, is that how I sound? Unless you watch a video of you talking to that somebody. But by then you're like having like a normal conversation, and like, unless you really like stutter or like, I don't know, have a lisp or something, or like mess up a word, then it's not like, you don't really think about that stuff. But when you're like speaking into a microphone, it's different. And then hearing yourself and you're the only, it's like a monologue, is different. I don't know why, but all my videos had a little boost. They gained 20 views out of nowhere. That's good. Yeah, I feel like, here, let me show you guys my, here's how much money I made off YouTube so far. I'll show you guys. Here's my appeal rejection, my channel violation. Here, I'll show you guys how much money I made off YouTube so far. Melon, you're leaving already? I made $212. How much money did I make yesterday? $8.81. I've been making like about $8, $6 to $8 a day, give or take, off ads alone. It's pretty good. But like literally, I've already spent all this money for my team, my editors, my content assistant. But like shorts makes like no money. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, but I'm working on a video that's a big grind. Honestly, when I started this channel, I had no idea what to make, but I just made a bunch of shorts. But here's what I realized. Okay, now that I'm getting paid, now I know why creators focus on making videos. YouTube rewards people who make videos. And most of your ad revenue obviously comes from like regular videos. Like I made $160 in almost a month, making just from videos. Shorts make no money, but I get like all my views from shorts. All my channel views and subscribers come from shorts. It's pretty crazy, but like I feel like shorts gets your channel viewed, and then I'm pretty sure most of you guys got introduced to my channel via shorts, like the shorts that I made, and then you watch the videos and everything else. So shorts is like the gateway. So when I'm like looking at money, like, yeah, sure, people watch my shorts and I make like cents on each like 1,000 views on shorts, but like that's not the point of short. Well, right now they might increase the pool for revenue share in shorts, but the point of shorts is not the direct dollars it gives you. It's the indirect dollars it gives you when people come to your live streams or watch your videos. So I feel like shorts are huge because they give your channel visibility, but I don't look at it from a perspective of like, oh, like it's not making any money, so I'm not going to do it. Shorts feeds not directly to revenue, but to the people that eventually watch my videos or my live streams or whatever. So yeah, Melon, you saw me through shorts. So I found the shorts, boost the channel and subs, then they view your video. Yeah, I honestly, everything on YouTube, like, and this is obvious, but like, it's not impactful unless you're a creator, but literally everything comes down to views. The more views your channel gets, period, like everything trickles down. And I remember, I talked about this before. I don't know if you were here, Nate, but there was one point where I was like posting shorts every day, and I need to get back to that state, but this is before I really started working on. I was just doing live streams and shorts, and I barely posted any videos. But you were like, basically, like your content's getting dry, your shorts are getting kind of like repetitive, or you said something about my shorts being a certain way, and I felt that, like I know because I'm making all these shorts, right? But then if you look at, can I view these? Okay, yeah. If you look at like the shorts, the returning viewers versus the bright blue is new viewers, and the pink line, I'm colorblind. The pink line is returning viewers. Like I get so many more new viewers than I do returning viewers on each short. And I'm like, when I make these videos that are repetitive, if I can get 2,000, 3,000 plus up to 12,000, 10,000 viewers, new viewers to my channel, then like, why not? You know? So yeah. It's just, you got to be like backroom stuff, which is like clickbait to some degree. Yeah, it is. It is. Like, like, I feel like from the get-go, like I knew what it was, and I'm like making all these shorts. Like every time I make a short, I know, like, and I know it's repetitive. Like, oh, here's another glitch, or here's another like whatever. Like I know exactly what it is, but it's basically like Wobbly Gauntlet, the live streams, some of these videos, and like, here's the thing. I would say for like you guys that watch the live streams, like that's what, like anyone that gets hooked on my channel, that's what the live streams are for. Like my live stream is like dedicated for basically like you guys that are here consistently. And we chat, we kick the can, we do whatever. And then these videos, like, and I get why, like, you're not a fan of the stream cuts because you're here. A lot of these videos, I feel like they're for like the people that watch the shorts and need something else to watch. That's where the stream cuts come in. But really, like, the new stuff is the live stream, and that's really for you guys that are consistently here, you know? And then when it comes down to it, it's like the shorts are all for discovery. Like the shorts, I can make them like super repetitive. You guys get super tired of them. I even, on the last shorts that I uploaded, I realized I can do this. The worst cars you should never use. Let me go to details. I started turning publish to subscriptions feed and notify subscribers. I started turning this off because I realized I'm not making these shorts for you guys who are already subscribed. Like, you guys already know what these shorts are. I don't need you guys to watch them. What I need is for new people to watch them. And there's also like another strategy to it, because like some of your subscribers might not be actively watching you, and that's where YouTube gets their initial pool of data from, is from your subscribers. But if you're telling YouTube not to publish to your subscriptions feed, then you're basically saying, go find a new seed audience and test whether this content works with them. And if it works for them, you're getting an active audience, and the feedback loop is consistently an active audience, compared to like maybe there's subscribers who won't click, or they're tired of your channel, or they've seen enough of your shorts. So I started turning this off for a number of different reasons. One of them being like, you guys already see enough of my shorts. Another reason is I need an active pool of seed viewers, or like a new pool of viewers to like watch these shorts, because I'm essentially not posting these shorts for my subscribers, for you guys. I'm posting these shorts for all the new people that will be coming in to watch the live streams, that get hooked on the videos and all that stuff. So yeah, like they do get repetitive, and I really like when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's true. Like, you're not wrong. And so I turned off that feature. But really, like, if I can get 2K plus, what's my lowest point here of new viewers? I think this is probably my lowest. 2,000 new viewers as probably my lowest. Yeah. If I can get 2,000 new viewers every single short that I post, why would I not post? You know what I mean? Like, I have more to gain from posting shorts, even if they're repetitive. And then that trickles down to the videos, that trickles down to the live stream. And yeah, that's basically like my content strategy, if you will. But, oh snap, this guy, Spy Kick, is this a face reveal? Have we seen what he looks like? But look, Spy Cakes, 3 points. I wonder how much he makes, man. 16 hours ago, makes 80K views. And every time he posts a video, it's just something different. Like, I want to get to this status where I'm like just playing whatever game that I want, or just out of he probably has a bucket of games that he's choosing from, and just to pick from a bucket of games, play it. You don't get tired. You might get tired of the same game, but you get a little bit of variety, and you just get 350K views, 150K, 200K views. So like, yeah, like there are some things I just feel like I have to do, for basically for the sake of getting views. If I want to get to this level, I feel like I got to do something. Like, yeah, the shorts get kind of repetitive, the videos get kind of staged or clickbaity. That's like kind of
Hey, how's
where
it
I'm at
going,
now.
Spy here?
All right.
Recently, I got on a
This
plane
is what he
from
looks like?
Canada and flew myself all the way to Nevada.
Wait, he does not look like he sounds. Is that just me? Have you guys seen him before? Play games that are similar to each other. Yeah. I do need, like, I have Gary's mod. I have, like, Left 4 Dead 2. I need to start playing those. And the thing, it's the BMW drive and all the games he plays. They have mods. It's infinite content. Yeah, exactly. Like, I need to get on that wave. But, okay, wait, hold on. Before I pop off on this, on how Spy Cakes looks, I want to, like, check out his oldest videos. He was constantly playing, is this Minecraft? Roblox? I don't know what this game is. Is he playing the same game? He's playing some modded games. But dude, look, he's like 7 years ago, he was already getting like, okay, there's a huge, okay, let me say this. When I'm looking at his channel, let me see, what is this?
Are you and your family being hunted by evil robots? Is she okay?
I'm a boomer.
What you need?
Look, I think he was like, I'm trying to have the same approach as him, playing multiple different games, doing different playthroughs. I'm playing like story games, and I should probably switch to this format and play a bunch of different games that have mods and that are like not like finishable. Like he's playing like Left 4 Dead, Gary's mod, Wobbly Life, all that stuff. But like early on, and maybe he took down some videos, but where was that video that I was? Oh yeah, so this one has 660K, 66K views, and then he plays another game that gets like 7K views. Yeah, like this game, Finding Safe House, 7K views, 9K views. It just fluctuates depending on the different games he's playing. So that's what I'm seeing right now. Like he'll play one game, get like 6K views, and another game make like double that, and then play another game and make 10 times that amount. So like I feel like that's pretty normal. And then after a certain point, he like, it'll go on latest. And he's pretty consistent now. You know what I mean? Like these are recent. Let me like just scroll down. Like, yeah, there's a discrepancy. It's 155K. This one has 438K. Like the Wobbly Life ones are popping off. The Gang Beast ones are like not as popping off as the Wobbly Life ones. But like, I mean, he's making consistently at least like 100K views per video. And then here's this Ocean Rising mod, 1.3 million views a month ago. Like, it is fluctuating, but his base, he's always hitting like 150K views on each video. Dude, I just wonder how much money he's making from this. It's crazy. If you play this game, yeah, for sure. I'm like, the thing is, like, I just wish I had more time to stream and play these. I don't like. I also like did the houses video that I'm gonna drop Wednesday to see if the Spy Cakes method works better than going live and then cutting it, and it might actually work better. And then I can just do live stream and just do whatever. But I just want to know if it's like the best use of my time, because like obviously he's not going on live stream he's like only gone a handful of times on YouTube. I don't know if he's gone on Twitch or anything like that. I doubt it. But I feel like I don't have much time, as much time to play like all these games as much as I want to on live stream. I think if YouTube was my full-time job, I would for sure go on live stream for like 8 hours a day and play a bunch of these games and just cut it and then like, you know, put it out for viewers. But I can realistically only play like one game at a time, and it's not even like a full session. But he, like a lot of his videos, he's not doing it live stream. He's like pre-recording it. So I'm like, maybe I should start doing that. Spice Cakes. Yeah. So like he does fluctuate, but he's always hitting like a base a base level viewership now. All right, let me see what like does he Spy Cakes does not look like he sounds.
In Las Vegas, but sadly I did not get any video of my plane taking off, so here it is, popping it in reverse and flying to Las Vegas. I unfortunately didn't get a whole lot of footage as we were having too much fun, but I did get a lot of photos of the trip. As I got to Nevada, I realized how hot it was and that my poor skin would soon
Do I have wrong? I
crisp
played
up.
people
It never
play around for at
actually
least
did.
46
After
hours.
landing, I met up with Komodo and OB and
46
began
hours
exploring
straight?
Vegas. We explored the Strip and its many attractions from New York, that contained replica
How many
buildings
views does this have?
and the Statue of Liberty.
A month
to
ago,
many different
150K
cool
views.
Candy shops. Then we found the Strat Tower, which overlooks Las Vegas.
See, like if I made a video like this with just text here, iPhone footage, and then had like this.
And the Statue of Liberty.
Where is it?
To many different
Wait, no. Where was that vertical picture? Here. If I did this, this would not fly. But like Spy Cakes is just such a big following that it just works. And that's what I need to get to. If it's not straight, you don't have a problem. If it is straight, you might not have a problem, but there probably is a problem.
Then we found the Strat Tower, which overlooks Las Vegas.
We've been up here for one.
Yeah, well, it's because I do Wobbly Life content. I've been compared to Komodo Gaming as well in Spy Cakes.
The facts that were aboard. We weren't
But
allowed
Komodo
to
Gaming,
film inside, but
I don't
here's
know
some
if he-
great photos.
oh, I think in the
Upon
description.
entering the exhibit, we were given a little card.
First night, I didn't really capture much footage.
Does
of
he
the
show
boys.
his
They were-
face in gameplay? I doubt it. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't even have... He has a burger for a face on his thumbnails. So I feel like I kind of fit in this space right now. I don't know if this is the direction I want to go. But... Like, I'm basically showing my face. I'm like a mix between... Like, I would love to be a mix between these... Like, him, Komodo, and Spy Cakes. And then, like Ludwig. Ludwig and all of offline TV. Like, I feel like that's the I don't know if there's a gap per se, but that's kind of like where I'm going with this. And I think I would like to do more variety content, but yeah, I just need to figure out the situation with my job and how to balance and continue to make good videos and then stream and then like do my job basically. Like 5 or 6 hours to go back to back. Oh, I didn't see. 2 uploads a day. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's not even. Oh, dang. Yeah, so he's posting twice a day, full on, almost 20-minute videos. The thing is, I think for me, like, he's so consistent with his video length. I need to get to that state. But I guess that's something to think about for later. Yeah, the grind, dude. This guy has 3.37 million subscribers. I wonder how much money they make. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. All right, those of you guys, Nate. Thanks for dropping by, man. I'll catch you in the Discord though. All right, Melon. Wait, now that you are monetized, does that mean you can no longer do React videos? I can do React videos, but it just depends on if the content is copyrighted or not. And then that determines whether I'm able to monetize the video. There are some things I can watch. I'm pretty sure if I watch one of these guys, unless they strike me for watching this. Let me turn down even more. Yeah, unless they strike me for this, then I think there's no harm, no foul. But I think there are, like, if I watch something with a copyrighted song or something like that, I'm not able to monetize. Or yeah, I don't know what the exact guidelines, but I know Ludwig does React content still. I think there are channels predicated on React content. That's still maybe they don't do it live. I don't know. All right, Nate. If you don't come back, thanks for dropping by.
Okay, hold on. I gotta spin it around. Wait. You said racing uphill was illegal. What about racing downhill?
That's even more dangerous.
No.
No. Okay, we got a police chase up on a mountain.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. it's
I need to study these guys more.
better.
I feel like the gap that I could fill is like what these guys are doing, but with like a Ludwig offline TV kind of vibe. But I think I would like to do, because the thing that's good about like the offline TV circle of people is that they can literally play whatever game they want. Their audience will follow them. And same thing with Valkyrie. Whoops. Like she can literally play whatever game she wants, and 4.1 million subscribers. People will just follow her. I'm gonna just watch her stream right now for content. Oh, she's playing Lethal Company.
I put one walkie-talkie into the locker.
Hooray!
Over and out.
Pops, you want to do this tomorrow, or do you want to do the other game that It Takes Two?
If we have enough.
I don't even know what this is about, but like Valkyrie can play whatever game she wants. I mean, you have, I think after 1 million subscribers, you play whatever game you want. It's fine. But even like Yvonne,
Oh yeah, wait for them. We're leaving.
she can play whatever. She has 500,000 subscribers. She can probably play whatever game she wants and just make it work. But she does get 6.3K 12 days ago. Yeah, she ain't no Kamado Gaming Spy Cakes, but they're basically at the point they can post a vlog, they can play League, they can play Uno, they can play whatever they want, or Valorant. They can play whatever they want, Suika, and it just works. I need to figure out how to get there. Hey, let's go, Palps. Let's go. Yeah. So, I'm not going to play any more games, so I'm just going to chat. I just turned this to a just chatting stream. But, yeah, his videos are all 10 to 15 minutes long. This is what I need. He's so consistent. Spy Cakes. This is the level I need to get to. I bought every house in Wobbly Life. Wait. He just did this 2 days ago. All right, I'm going to watch this and see what I can take from this.
Spy, you can only buy one house at a time in this game. But no, using mods, we can buy multiple backflip. Oh my gosh, we can land it. Boom. But the only problem is I have $0 to my name.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're going to have to head to the bank there and borrow some money, if you know what I mean. So we got to go up into my apartment and find a very inconspicuous businessman disguise of a businessman. I can't even say that properly, but here we go.
The thing that Spy Cakes does really well is he turns it all into a story.
I'm thinking maybe like a tuxedo with a mask. So they don't know who I am. That sounds evil, but you know what? We're just taking a loan. So over here, let's grab a tuxedo. Boom, bang, and then for a hat, something that hides our identity. Look at that beard. Whoa, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. But no, eyebrows, nose. Here we go. Yep, we look like a businessman. And now we just have to head into the bank and be like, hey, we need to bill about $1 billion. Thank you, please. What? Dubba-dooba-doobly.
See, he's so good at telling a story.
Say. I'm here to deposit loads of cash. Dude, I could take a grand, couple $1,000 million. You know what? Watch this. Stealthily backflip. Boom. And then go through here. And here we go. We are in. Grab this key card and bring it over here. Don't activate the tripwires. We're just taking out a loan. Boom!
Yeah,
Look at that. Then we just put in the key card and check it out. Look at all the money. I want to jump in it.
See, this is
Hey-ya,
genius.
backflip. Boom. And check it out. We just got $1 million.
He's like, how do I get $1 million? How do I get all this money to buy the house?
Teller, thank you. Oh, I was just taking out my loan. I was just taking out. Oh, I got kicked out. How could they?
See, I feel like I
was
tried
a
doing this with the
very
abandoned
rich
labs in the back
investor.
rooms,
What am I doing?
but
why am I talking
it
like
just
this?
wasn't-
All right, now that we got the money that I totally didn't cheat in,
I just don't
for
like
this video,
mine didn't perform as well as like this
start
one.
by going over to my apartment building here and buying out every single apartment. Don't worry, we're gonna give this away to a bunch of wobblies in the city later on, including Bob. $5,000 buy. Look at that. See, we now own 2 of the buildings. We don't have to sell any of our other owned properties. Now we own this whole apartment, sir. Sir, I'm your boss. I'm your boss. Get to mopping the floor. Why am I so mean? Oh my gosh. You know
He
what?
doesn't
You take
buy
the
the
day off,
smaller
dude.
houses,
Take the
right?
rest of the year off. I think that now we have to finish off this island here. Boom! And then there's one upstairs as well.
Oh, he's
Boom!
not
And then there's
exploring them.
one
He's
upstairs.
buying them.
Oh, this main. Boom! That's a trade. Down and just going up. King. Wonder
Okay,
how
so
much
my
it
video
costs.
is like
$1,000
not the exact
Boom.
same.
So far, we only spent.
He's going around
Man,
buying them.
50 of a shit, but
honestly, this
one
video
as
is really
this
well
one's
structured.
Really nice. Go buy the rest on tub light, but we are. It's not the nicest. So we're just gonna head down the plane here. Don't crash this bridge. Oh,
He's like
no.
doing a section where
this
he's like,
one don't look good. This one don't look good. Wait a
I need
second.
my
Okay,
disguise.
yeah, that was
I need to get all the
intentional. That was
money.
intentional.
I need to
Okay,
buy all the
so I bought
houses,
this
and then
house.
is he gonna explore
House
each
over
one? What does that look
3
like?
log cabins up outside. Better get. Yeah. Hey, my car. All right. It's on poop. But no. Well, that's fine.
What
All
house
right,
is it?
well,
I think there's like
here's
20,
the
21
next.
houses.
Whoa, this is like a mansion. I'm buying it. I'm buying
19.
it. Oh, and post it onto the net. And up here, house is full. Is that big? This. Come on, come on, come on, get up. Take. That's what you get, you jerk.
You
He's
have like a
sliding.
bounce to his
He
voice?
just
You mean
slid
he has a
into the
bounce to his
water.
voice?
I don't think that was farming area. Piece of land. If quick, make I think everything. We'll leave that. I'm gonna. I'm just you. Yeah. I don't. No. Oh, fraud.
So he didn't actually explore any of the houses. He only went inside the vlog mansion.
You see that? Honey, or would you have minecart? What? My car. Maybe I don't trust.
So there were 22
Is that
houses?
No, no, don't. Oh no, it's the poop. It's you found fault person. Is that the last? I don't think that here is for sale. And check our map. This piece of land if you want to
22. How
do
many did
some
I have?
farming. So buy this place here and check our map.
I think I have 21.
I think.
Am I
Wait,
missing
hold
one?
on. Is that the last house? Let me take a quick look.
Does he have 22?
Make sure we bought everything.
Did I miss a house? I feel like I have 21 on the list.
Wobbly hot. Last one. Never say, well, driving away. Well, let's luxury back here. Foot pe- It's not here to Bigfoot.
Did I miss a house?
What happens if you're like sleeping? Hold on, I'll show you. And then there's one upstairs as well.
Okay, so he has the
Okay,
high-rise
so
apartments.
now that we own these houses, see what happened. Buy, boom, and then there's
Okay.
one upstairs as well.
There's these two houses.
Oh, the last wobbly thing of this main island. This is awesome. I think the last building. I'm gonna do a kickflip in a car.
Okay,
I get me
I have
on
that.
off the four, because these ones I
Okay,
think
I
are
bought
the
these
bitches
4
going
houses.
up. Here we go.
The mansions.
$1 million. That's a lot. 20. I don't think that makes me want. We found the pup. Big bucks. Spent. Damn. He's on the.
All right, now I'm like second guessing because I only have 21 on my list,
Please. Jump
and he
in.
has 22.
Ooh, that is right. There's
Either, one
only
of us
a
can't
few
count, or I missed. I
properties
completely
here,
missed a house.
But oh yeah, there's one right here. One right here.
Did I miss
don't know
this
what I'm
blue one?
accomplishing in doing this, but I guess we'll see if the game like breaks or something.
Did I miss
or,
this
you
blue
know,
one?
We'll see how much.
Do I have to
guess
refilm
There's
this?
one right here. One right here. Only a few properties here, but oh yeah, there's one right here. One
I
right
missed
here.
this blue one.
I don't know what I'm accomplishing in doing this, but I guess we'll see if the game like breaks or something.
I have to write this down. I have to refilm. I have to put it to the list.
thing.
What?
Or, you know, we'll see.
I missed this
I
one.
guess we'll see if the game, like, breaks or something.
And it's for $7.50?
Or, you know, we'll see how much we actually
It's on
spend.
residential.
This isn't actually possible in the base game, but thanks to mods, we could do this. We got this.
There's
Possible in
22.
the base game, but thanks
I have
to
21.
mods, we could do
Good
this.
dude. I'm
We
so
got
glad
this.
I watched this video.
Okay, buy this one as well.
All right,
This
I have
one's
to
really
refilm
nice
and then
because I
insert
like
this in.
the little garage. Wait,
Okay.
maybe I'm a real estate agent. Let me do a little commercial. Here at Spies Real Estates, we
I don't know how
sell
to feel
the
about
most
this.
finest of houses
Okay,
in
I know what I have to do.
Wobbly Life.
I can't. Okay, so takeaway points. He did not go into every single house. He only went into a little bit of the mansion. Let me see. Nothing about going inside the house. But all right, I can't believe I missed that blue house, but I'm so glad that I watched this because I completely missed this house.
Or
This blue house.
here. But nice. Okay. I think
It's
there's
past
only a
Grandma's
few
house.
properties here.
Jellyman's.
But
I can't believe I missed that. I have to refilm it. Should I just do it now? All right. I'm going to do it. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I guess that's a good thing. Okay. Good thing I caught it. Good thing I didn't release this video. So there are 22 houses and now I have 22. I just gotta refilm it. Just this part and add it in. So those of you guys that were here for the blue house, comment that you were here for the blue house when the video drops because I have to refilm it and do it all over again. It's uploaded and scheduled already. I have to make it private. I'm going to do it right now. You're watching me do this live. Rip. It's probably going to be like a 3-minute extension or something like that. Oh my God. All right. I'm going to film it tonight again. Big F. But I'm glad I found it because then the people are like, oh, you forgot the blue house by grandma's house, you know? I don't think anyone would say that, but because there's so many houses. But I'll film it tonight because I filmed the other one yesterday. And yeah, that's unfortunate, but very fortunate that we saw this video. It posted 2 days ago, and it's going to look like I'm copying him. And I guess I am, but at least I'm going in the houses and exploring each one. I was like, how is he going to fit all this into 16 minutes? But low-key, he's a genius because he did like, oh, I need to look the part. I need to go to the bank and then to get all this money. And then that's how I get the money. And now I'm going to buy every house. He has sections. And then after he buys all the houses, the police come get him for the money. And that's it. That's a great script. Like I need a, yeah, I don't know. Like, and he also does this for like all of his videos. Like these story-based videos. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. Oh, all right. So I mean, I'll still launch this on Wednesday. I'll still drop this video Wednesday, but I need to film tonight. Man, all right, I guess I can't think about anything else except for filming this part. So maybe I'll just stop stream right now and then film this part. And because I don't plan on playing any games, and I feel like I should just do it. So, anyways, let me close out, I guess. Those of you guys that know, you'll see it. You'll see a difference. I'm gonna insert this in the middle of the video, and you're gonna see like a different. I'm going to change outfits to what I was wearing yesterday because I did film it yesterday. But yeah. So anyways, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to stream Lethal Company with Palps or honestly, whatever. I think it's just Palps that has it that we have scheduled for tomorrow. And then Friday we're doing the Wobbly Gauntlet. And then maybe something else after. I'm going to take a hold on Valorant because that's what got my channel channel strike. So I'm going to hold off on Valorant. And also because every time I pull the screen forward, you're going to see, I'll just do it now. You're going to see the screen pop up on screen right here. and I feel like I play better when the screen is closer to my face, and when I play it normally, like I'm just gonna play way worse. So I'm gonna figure out a way to play Valorant online. I have a couple more things going on. Guys, I did get my old webcam back. Can finally, I gave her this webcam so she could stream with us and use this, but turns out she can't. So took it back, and I have I don't know if it's a special surprise is the right word, but I have a surprise for you guys coming up in the future. So anyways, that is going to be it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Did I say Friday? Tomorrow and Wednesday I'll be streaming. So no stream Thursday and Friday this week. Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing Lethal Company with Palps. Maybe something else. I have no idea. And then Wednesday is Wobbly Gauntlet. And then maybe something else after. Anyways, looking forward to tomorrow playing a new game. Played a new game today. We got kind of deep and into a rabbit hole of discussion. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like the side discussion? It was like hanging out. Except, I mean, we are hanging out. But I was not playing a game for like half this time. But anyways, yeah, let me know if you guys like the chit chat, the just chatting section. Good, not good. Would rather watch me play a game. I have to think about how I'm like gonna redo or like continue moving forward with this channel, but that's a discussion for later. I'll find more things to talk about, guys. If you guys liked it, I'll find more things to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about my breakdancing history or something. I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know what. I guess on live I can do whatever, but it's the videos that I need to like be consistent on. But that'll be for later. Anyways, that is going to be it, guys. I am going to film that later part of the video that I completely missed. So, yeah, that's it. Everyone have a great night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Palps is going to be online. We're going to play a new game, and then Wobbly Gauntlet on Wednesday. So everyone take care. Have a great evening. Have a great night for some of you. Have a great day for some of you. Truman Show, good morning, good evening, and good night. Take care, everyone. Peace.